Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're going to meet CJ, and CJ is in a horse trailer. And I've always thought that was a really good idea. So welcome to the channel, CJ.
Thank you.
And how long have you been on the road?
January 1st, 2017.
So that's 7 years. That's quite a long time.
Yeah.
And why did you end up going on the road?
Wow. Well, the short of it is, I really came to the desert to die.
Oh.
And the desert saved my life. So well, I got a really long story, but that's the gist of it. I was suicidal and miserable, and I had the American dream. I'd own houses and the picket fence and the family and everything. And so I asked my family to go, and everybody was kind of on board. And then last minute it was like, whoop, the rug was pulled out from under me, and I said, well, I got to go. My soul's calling me to go. This is not freedom to me. Can't even have a fire in my backyard because I was in city ordinance. So I said, yeah, no bueno.
So was the nature, being out in nature, a part of that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's where all my healing came from.
I would say the vast majority of people you ask, if you you poke around a little bit, and it'll always come down to the reconnection with nature, reconnection with more people, deeper connection.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so how long have you been on your horse trailer?
I got the horse trailer in May of 2017. I started out in a Nissan Quest van. And I had the cot down the center and clothes on one side, stove on the other.
Well, can we take a look around and see your place?
Absolutely.
Wow, this place you've really made it beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
So you just left it pretty open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a couple welders work on it. That used to be the wall for the sleeping area. And these cots used to be in there, but once I insulated and everything, the wall came out too far, so these cots wouldn't fold down. So I put one cot on here and one cot on the outside, and so it works pretty good.
And you get a nice chair. I love having a nice chair in a rig.
Yeah, that's one of the first things. Well, no, the first thing was my bathtub, because I was told you're never going to be able to make it out of the sticks and bricks without a tub, and the first thing I bought was a bathtub.
So you have a bathtub in here?
Well, it's outside.
Outside,
yeah.
Yes.
But I bring it in here in the front in the mud room, and there's my shower curtain up there. So I just kind of pieced and parted things together. So.
Well, why don't we take a look up front then? Let's start up front, because that's kind of the center of the house.
This is a new addition a month or two ago. And I did have a retro stove in here, which I worked on, like had three different people work on it, and it was just no go. So, and then nothing's really permanent. I mean, I have, Velcro strips that hold my countertop here, but I did, look, check this out. This is treasure right here. Got to get one of these, man.
Oh yeah.
I'll wash my hands, because I washed my hands with my tea kettle, and then, it was like all my dirt from my hands rolled down the tea kettle. I'm like, that's no bueno. And then I got a regular refrigerator.
Nice.
I'm running on 2,000 watts of 750 on the roof and 2,000 watt inverter charger. In my bear locker back there. But I have ice maker I run on it. I got an espresso machine. I got a fryer. I have like 3 or 4 or 5 forms of heat. When I'm plugged in camp hosting, I have a couple of like ceramic heaters. But then I have this, and I have a propane heater. But the propane causes so much moisture in. Yes. Hence I got a diesel heater, which rocks. Woo! And then I got a hidden bike here. That's my electric bike.
That is well hidden.
It's morphed into like what it is now, and it's comfy cozy for me, because I used to have a full-size bed in here, and then everything was stacked along the sides, and that was not easy to maneuver. But it's a mess. This is my bear locker, so people always have storage for food, and then storage for my extra teapots and coffee pots and whatnot, and then sheets, blankets, and, my paper products up there. But this was the bear locker the welder and Bishop did for me.
Nice.
Hector, yeah, he did a great job. And then he did the rack on the top for me too. So I was carrying a 2-man kayak back then. So, and I'd have to hoof it up on the roof. And so Now it's like I got the blue boat on the side. Up here I used to store that food.
Uh-huh.
Until I got a mouse up there one night.
Uh-oh.
And he was slick, man. He climbed down and hang out in my robe arm, and I couldn't find him. I don't keep the food up there no more. It goes in there.
Yeah, it's pretty safe in there.
Right?
He's not chewing his way through that metal.
No.
And so how do you go to the bathroom?
So I pee in a cup, and I go bless a bush with it. Pooing, I usually use a coffee container, and I put bags in it. And then when I'm done with the bag, I use the Ziplocs, and then I put it in a regular bag.
And showers?
I have a couple of different ways to shower. I have the Boss base, which comes with its own like adapters, and it runs on USB. But the easiest system I have found is this bucket guy.
Sure.
So that thing does really, really wonders.
Right.
They're both USB. These, you individually charge them with USB. And then the Boss, you have to charge it on the unit itself. But yeah, I like that bucket system the best. And then when I'm in the sticks and bricks, I have, one of those elements that heats water. You just plug it into 110 and it heats. You drop the element down the water, and that's what I do my bathtub with.
And so had this trailer been used for carrying horses?
I believe so. The owner that had it, I guess he passed away, transitioned, and the wife wanted to sell it. But I've had welders work on it, and they said this guy had to have his own weld shop because some of this stuff is just intricate. And I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. This is a 24-year-old trailer. And the thing is before I started watching your videos, like I was so scared and I feared everything, and so I do have to say thank you. I'm grateful to you for getting me out of my skin and fear, out of my comfort zone.
Right.
So, yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Yours is a common story, especially among women.
Yeah.
They're afraid to come out, and then they come out, and their fears just kind of disappear.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look outside.
Okay, let's do it. This thing is a claw hitch. So when I back up into it, the ball, if it gets in that rib right there, it just locks. And it's like, it's badass. It's really, really makes my life easy. Because that was another fear I had, was like, how can I pull a trailer? I got this from work a couple weeks ago. It's just an empty box, but I would keep my sprayer and stuff. But
where does it go?
I want to mount it on there, like upside down, and cover my propane tanks. But it's a work in progress. I got a boat. This is an origami paddler, which is a lot easier than two-man kayak that I had. It gets me on the water.
Yeah.
It hits me on the water.
Right.
And then I had diesel heater put in. That was a game changer, have to say. Diesel heaters, game changer. Love it. This is a little bit messy, but.
Well, you have outside access, of course.
Yes. So,
nice. Just kind of a garage and
yeah.
electrical center.
Yes. And I just actually added all this board here because everything would fall down, and I'm like, I don't think anything needs to be wet back here. I'll be loose sparks all down the road,
Yeah.
That's the propane heater.
Oh.
I did pick that up at RV Lifestyles here in Quartzsite. And it's lovely, but like I said, it creates the condensation on the walls. So, and that's why I say that diesel heater is just lovely. So, and then I just screened that so the bugs, they don't come and hang out with me all day. And then the window was leaking, so hence the makeshift water barrier. So here's my bathtub.
Oh yeah.
So, and then I carry a 14-gallon blue tank in the back of the truck. And no, so then if I want a bath, I just fill it up and then, you know, put the heating element in it, unless I can put it out on a sunny hot day. And
Of course, you got your barbecue.
yeah, the barbecue we're learning on. We're on a learning curve for that. So I got burnt onions the other day. I'm like, how do you burn onions on a grill, man?
Yeah,
So anyway,
it's all a learning curve.
it's right. So
And you've got a great big truck.
yes, it was a F450. So, and everybody says, that's just overkill. And I'm like, well, you know what? When you're sitting on top of the Bishop grade and blown transmission and you work a whole season and you don't have wheels, you go, no, I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah.
So.
Too much truck is always the answer.
Right?
Always. People, you know, they want to take a big heavy trailer on a tiny little rig, and I just think, oh, in the long run, that's going to kill you.
Yeah.
It's going to really become a problem.
Yeah. So instead of 14 gallons of water.
Oh, that is so nice.
Yeah, and I do have an air conditioner because if I am camp hosting, I can plug in.
Yeah.
So I do carry it around, but normally I enjoy just dropping the windows and letting the air flow through.
Carrying that much water is really a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you're just you're just supporting yourself on gig jobs, camp hosting,
Yeah.
things like that.
I used to like to take the winter season off. So I'd go and camp host and then take the winter season off, but that hasn't worked out past couple seasons.
So you're working over the winter now too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you got to have money in this society. You just can't do
Right.
without.
So we do as a group, we trade things a lot, so it's nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, CJ, thank you so much for sharing your home and your life with us. It's really excellent. You've got a great home.
I do.
Yeah, and you've created a heaven on earth, as you say.
Right. That's right.
Nice.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And we all can do that.
It's everyone's choice.
It's everyone's choice, absolutely. So
So folks, if you got anything out of this video, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.